Why money stress feels like a hamster wheel and what it's really about. When you first look at a luxury real estate, like an $8,000 a month rental, your brain does this little shock reaction. Not because you think luxury doesn't exist. Of course, there are people living like that. But because your mind can't imagine you living like that yet. You think, if the rent alone is $8,000 a month, they must be earning at least 3 times that. How do people get to that level? Because they don't just afford an 8K a month rental. They also sustain their family. They have expenses. They go on vacations. And they're probably also saving and investing. Underneath that, you think, I'm only trying to reach 5K a month. How would I ever reach that? And that's where the emotional spiral starts. Because when 5K still feels like a stretch, seeing an 8K rent feels like another universe. Your brain goes into, I will always be behind. I will always be chasing. Even if I've hit 5K month, it won't be enough. If I save slowly, I will be 80 before I ever enjoy anything. There is no way out unless I get a miraculous windfall. I am already late. What if I never get the love or the money? The fear is so real that it feels physical. It's like you're stuck on a treadmill you didn't choose. But here's the truth. Money is not the real problem. Timing is not the real problem. Age is not the real problem. True pain underneath all of this is the fear of, what if it never becomes my turn? That's why the mind mixes money with love, love with worthiness, worthiness with timing. It's not random. It's the same root. The fear that life won't give you the things that you deeply want. Money, love, safety, stability, they all trigger the same wound in your nervous system. What if it doesn't happen for me? What if I'm too late to have the life that I want? That's why looking at an $8,000 rental sends you into a life spiral instead of just a money spiral. Your brain isn't reacting to the price of the house. It's reacting to the fear of running out of time to create the life that you want. Here's how the hamster wheel comes in. When you imagine earning 5K a month, you immediately imagine the next need, the lifestyle chase, upgrade the car, taking that vacation, go out more, live better, saving, investing, catching up, feel stable, plan a future. And then you think, but if I spend all of that, I will still fall behind. If I save, then it is too slow. If I earn more, I will just need more. If I don't earn more, I will be stuck. That's the exact feeling of the hamster wheel. But here's the key. It's not about the money. It's about the fear of never arriving. The money is just the easiest surface for the wound to attach itself to. So what is the real root of everything? The fear is not, what if I never make enough money? The fear is, what if abundance comes and I still don't feel fulfilled? What if I build wealth and I still feel alone? What if I find love and I still feel unsafe? What if I succeed and it still doesn't feel like my life? What if I'm starting too late to enjoy anything? This is why the mind mixes money and relationships. It's not confusion. Deep down, you don't want just money. You want a life that feels lived, loved, safe, full, soft, yours. And you fear you won't get it in the time to experience it. That's why this whole thing feels heavy. That's why it feels like a lose-lose situation. So here's the turning point. Here's the shift. You're not late. You're not behind. Your life is not closing. It's opening. You're not starting over. You're starting from clarity. Everything before this was training. Now you're entering a phase of compressed timelines, faster growth, deeper wisdom. You're not supposed to reach wealth slowly. You're supposed to reach it efficiently, with identity, not desperation. You're not supposed to find love early. You're supposed to find love when you finally choose yourself. You're not supposed to chase anything for decades. You're meant to build a system that makes chasing unnecessary. And here's my assurance for you. You won't become rich at 80. You won't arrive too late. You won't miss your life. You're entering the chapter where everything starts fitting into place. Money, love, identity, safety. Because you're finally awake enough to hold it. The fear of too late dissolves when you understand you don't need 40 years. You need one aligned year. And that year is starting now.